News is brought to you by Harrell Construction, whose commitment to quality is as solid as concrete. Slightly below average temperatures this week, humid, and more rain chances. Your forecast is coming up. If you've been near the Butler Square recently, you may have seen the big yellow concrete blockade around this building at 108 West Dakota Street. It seems the roof has collapsed onto the first floor, leaving the exterior walls without structural integrity, meaning the whole thing could come down on a moment's notice. The city of Butler is working towards having it demolished as soon as possible. More on this story as it develops. Well, it stands to reason as more testing is done, more COVID cases are revealed. A quick glance around the area, Henry County is reporting 81 cases and 3 deaths. St. Clair County, 19 cases, 0 deaths. Vernon County, 53 cases, 0 deaths. Cass County, a whopping 783 cases with 14 deaths. Of course, they have a much higher population. And here in Bates County, we're at 53 cases and 1 death as of today. Opinions differ on whether masks and social distancing are really effective or not. However, almost everyone's in agreement that personal responsibility is the number one goal. And if you must go out, a mask sure won't hurt. Wash your hands and be diligent until this thing's under control. Butler police are still trying to find the couple seen here who were wanted for questioning for a theft last week. If you know who they are, please contact the Butler PD at 660-679-6131. Friday night, something very special happened on the Butler Square. A large group of family and friends gathered to honor Parker Lawrence, who died in a tragic accident 1 year ago this month. It was an upbeat gathering, just as Parker would have wanted it. However, it came with a somber moment when balloons were released, as seen here. The Lawrence family would like to thank everyone who came to honor Parker. She is sadly missed by our community. Real quick, we'd like to mention there'll be something fun for the family, a fundraiser for Baco Transport on October 29th at 3 p.m. at the old Butler High School. They promise fun and laughter, games, puzzles, food, a dance contest, and more, and a dessert contest. And that sounds like my kind of thing. In case you haven't heard, the old Butler Speedway is back in operation. If you've been by there recently, you'll notice a lot of repair and cleanup as the new owner prepares for the upcoming season. With that is plans for an enduro race that's set for Sunday, September 27th. Who knows what types of cars you're going to see, and better yet, how long they will last. It's a 2-hour, 200-lap race and will be fun for the whole family. Just $5 to get in the gate, and mark that on your calendar for September 27th at 1 p.m. The Butler Public Library is happy to announce they have just got a couple bushel baskets of new books. Not to mention the library has a lot of other things in the works, including their summer reading program and more. We recommend hitting their website at butlerpubliclibrary.org for details. This photo, courtesy of the Adrian Newsleader. Last week, the Bates County Mizzou Club hosted a picnic and student send-off, which celebrated those from the Bates County area who will be attending Mizzou this fall. Those pictured are Kyler Six, Jace Bunch, Darren Kutzer, Peyton Ritter, Bailey McMillan, and Drake Stevens. Part of the celebration included an announcement of scholarships. We'd like to say good luck to all. In regional news, a fire in Clinton on Saturday sent one person to the hospital with critical injuries. Just after midnight, fire crews were called to the 1600 block of North Water Street on a report of a structure fire with one person trapped inside. A full investigation is underway, and an update is expected in the next couple of days. In related news, there were 2 local fires of suspicious nature, one in Foster and the other a couple of miles northwest of Passaic over the weekend. The fire marshal is investigating. If you normally go to the Missouri State Fair, you might already know that this year it's not going to be what it usually is. For 2020, it's transitioned to a youth livestock show only, hence no carnival, vendors, corn dogs, or deep-fried Snickers. However, not to shortchange our hardworking local 4-H kids, the exhibit hall will be open and there'll be daily livestock shows starting later this week. Check out the Missouri State Fair on Facebook for lots more info. A quick note, we mentioned last week that Bates County no longer has a newspaper, which is partially true as the News Express and Exchanger are no more. It was brought to our attention that the Rich Hill Mining Review is still cranking out their publication as usual. We recommend checking it out if you still would like to receive a local newspaper. And on that note, it might be a good time to remind everyone that if you placed an ad in the Express or Exchanger and it never got published, Mid-America Live would like to help by placing your ad on our website free of charge. You can email it to bateswire@hotmail.com or call or text 913-669-5848. We'll make sure thousands of eyes see it. In obituary news, Robert Leroy Crook, 82, of Drexel, passed away on August 7th. Visitation will be today, starting at 10 a.m. at Atkinson Funeral Home in Harrisonville, with graveside services to follow at Carpenter Cemetery in Chilhowie, Missouri. Robert Gibson, 54, of Butler, passed away on August 3rd. A memorial service will be held today at 3 p.m. with visitation starting at 2 p.m. at Atkinson Funeral Home in Harrisonville. Services for Anthony Adams, 46, formerly of Butler, will be this Thursday at 10 a.m. at Oak Hill Cemetery in Butler. Visitation will be just prior to services starting at 9 a.m. at Schoengert Funeral Chapel in Butler. Online condolences can be left at schoengertchapel.com. A celebration of life will be held for Nancy Winters, 78, formerly of Amsterdam, at 2 p.m. today, with visitation beginning at 1 p.m. at Schoengert Funeral Chapel. Interment will follow at West Point Cemetery in Amsterdam. A celebration of life for Robert Johnson will be 11 a.m. tomorrow at Schoengert Funeral Chapel in Butler. Visitation will be just prior from 10 to 11 a.m. at the chapel. Burial will be at 3 p.m. at Mount Moriah Cemetery in Kansas City, Missouri. And today, a very special flashback that comes from Rich Hill, Missouri. In the not-so-distant past, this small store was located just west of the old high school, operated by the late Paul King and family. This unassuming building adorned the weathered RC Cola sign and a squeaky screen door to boot. It was the spot to stop by after school to grab a Coke and a candy bar, and during the summer made the ideal hangout since convenience stores were unheard of at the time. While the building is long gone, the memories remain for many in the Rich Hill area. Just ask and they'll tell you all about it. Our thanks to the Rich Hill class of '62 for the photo. Weather is brought to you by Right Choice Truck and Tire. Save time and money by making your first choice the right choice. Stray thundershowers today, high in the mid-80s, and it looks like we're going to stay with that theme pretty much through Friday. Showers in mid-80s. We should see more sun on Saturday and warmer for the weekend as well, low to mid-90s. Some good news to start the week next week. It'll be drier with temps right around 80. That's your news for now. Stay safe.